Hey YouTube family, it's me, Narisha Shay. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. Feel free to stay. Click the subscribe button down below. And for those of you who are returning, my oldies but goodies, hello to you guys. I'm so sorry. I know I say this every time in the beginning of my videos, but I'm so sorry that it took me so long to make this video. But I have reasoning. I have so much going on right now. And I know it's, easy to say that, but y'all, for real, I'm going to throw out a few things real quick. So my husband is trying to figure out what's going on with him going to Japan. I just finished advanced pharmacology literally yesterday. Today is Sunday, so our classes at the 8th week ends on that Saturday, so we can pick up a new class on that Sunday and just kind of like start a new rotation or whatever. And advanced pharmacology alone should just speak for itself. Like, that has been the worst class that I've had so far while in the family nurse practitioner program, and it was hell. When I say it was hell, like, this is the lowest B that I've gotten so far, and it was an 84, and that's like the minimum to on our grading scale in my college. That's the minimum to make a B. And of course you can pass with an 80, but child, 84, and I was actually happy with my B. That's how hard of a class it was, because normally I'd be like, oh my god, I need my A, da da da, but I was so happy with my B. Like, I'm fine. Like, okay, on to the next. So now I'm about to get ready to go into advanced pharmacology for something. I don't know what it is, but it's basically like the second half. So with this, we went over asthma drugs, GI drugs, steroids have a lot to do with asthma and stuff like that, heart drugs, just certain, something. It was a lot of stuff. So the things that we did not cover was more so like antibiotics, what else, like chemo drugs, stuff like that, or like autoimmune drugs. We ain't covered that stuff yet. Or did we cover that? I can't really remember about autoimmune, because I do remember reading something about methotrexate in the beginning of the class. But yeah, we'll talk about that at a later date. So it was just a lot of drugs that we didn't really cover. And then, of course, now this is what this next class is for. Also, I planned a trip to St. Thomas Virgin Islands, which I will be vlogging about here really soon. Today is Sunday, and we will be leaving on Tuesday. So I'm gonna try to post this video before we leave, but if not, then hey. But as you can tell by the title of the video, today is a day in the life, and I need to put my shoes on so I can go into this job, because it is 6:55, and if they don't see you by like 6:58, they start getting like real antsy. And I mean, it is what it is, because I'm kind of like that too now that I've been working here. Like, leaving after like a certain time, for me, leaving after like 7:15 is too late. So, and it's kind of funny because you get your information directly from your nurse, and you do your own thing. Like, at the end of the day, that's literally how it works. Like, you don't have to worry about huddle and everything else. So that's like the best part, because if I got somewhere to be that's on this side of town around like 7:30, 7:45, I'm gonna make it. And if I got something to do on the other side of town across the bridge, then I have to set it for like 8 o'clock in order for me to make it. Or if it's like downtown, I gotta set it for like 8 o'clock, but I can still make it. So yeah, I've been going through a lot. So let's get this day in the life started. Like I said, it's a Sunday, so hopefully it's not too crazy. I know the admin is not gonna be here today, so this to me felt like the best time to make this video, so you guys can see exactly what I go through and what I do. And might do a little bit of voiceover, so bear with me. Got the fresh braids, baby, because I will be in St. Thomas. All right, so let's go. Okay, you guys, so first things first, when I come in every single morning, I make sure that I check the vital signs of all of the patients that are assigned to me. It's very, very, very important to make sure that you are checking to see if the vital signs are within normal limits, because if they aren't, then you have to pay extra close attention to what it is that needs to be done. You may have to speak with the provider and let them know that A patient may need something, stronger than what they are prescribed. Of course, I also look at the medications that I'm going to be given for the morning, because morning med pass is absolutely the toughest one of all. I also make sure that I check anybody who has blood sugars. Of course, that falls under the vital signs. But I'm checking that. I'm checking if any labs have come back, anything that's abnormal. And I'm also checking notes from different providers, just in case it's something that was missed during the change of shift report. Usually I like to get done with this whole process before 7:45 so that I can start pulling my meds, especially if I have 6 to 7 patients. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes to pull all of the meds at one time. All right, now time to pull the meds. So we use a Pyxis machine at my current hospital. Normally, it just depends on how many patients I have, but I will pull all the meds at one time. Pulling a narcotic at a certain time, you need to be able to give it within 30 minutes of pulling the medication, so I make sure that those patients are the ones that I go to first. But ultimately, you just click all of the meds that you want to give. Please excuse my fat COVID belly. I am not pregnant, you guys. But anyway, I had to tie my hair up real quick because it was absolutely crazy in there. But yeah, I like to pull my meds all at once. And like I said, you're just going to go down the list of patient medications, and you're going to pick the ones that fall under the time frame that you're trying to give your meds. And as you can see, I'm giving insulin, and the way that it pulls out is it'll open for you. You have to always make sure that you try to keep the process as clean as possible. And then always make sure that you pull the insulin, you take off a tab like I'm doing, and then you put it right back in to the Pyxis machine. So then that way the next person comes in and hopefully they do the same thing. Keep it clean, you guys. All right, so I'm going to continue pulling my meds, and then I will over there it's like the Pyxis tower. But yeah, I'm going to continue pulling my meds, and then I'll go to the next person. I bag up everything to make sure that I have everybody's stuff in their designated bag. And yeah, then I start doing my med pass. One more thing that I felt the need to say, you guys, about pulling medications. The Pyxis machine is very, very smart. However, it is still your job at the end of the day to make sure that you are pulling the right amounts of medications. Most of the time it'll say if a medication is 25 milligrams and you need 50 milligrams, it'll tell you to pull 2 tablets of a 25 milligram. Or if a medication is like metoprolol 12.5 milligrams and all they have in the Pyxis is 25 milligrams, it'll tell you to pull the 25 milligrams. But to make sure that at the bedside you score it and you make sure that you give only 12.5. So it's very, very important to pay attention to that. All right, so now we're giving some meds. And of course, I feel that it's very, very important to pay attention to what you're doing at the time that you're scanning each med. It's not as important to scan them super fast because it might ask you for something else, or it might ask you to pay attention to a lab that may be out of range, or it may want you to put a certain number in related to a lab. So it's very, very important. I also wanted to make sure that I filmed how I give antibiotics that goes straight through the IV. This patient in particular was receiving 20 mLs of antibiotics, and of course you have to make sure that you put 20 mLs worth of fluids inside of the bottle, and then you're going to take that back out. Now, of course, I could have just gotten a larger CC syringe, but I just went ahead and got 2 10 cc syringes, and I went ahead and took 20 milliliters or 20 cc's worth of antibiotics out. And then of course I go and I make sure that I clean everything. Everything needs an alcohol pad, period. And then of course I went ahead and administered it to my patient. Also, make sure that you're bringing another syringe into the room to flush out the IV before you administer any medications, and make sure that you're able to flush the IV afterwards so that the medication is not stuck inside of the catheter of the IV. Alright, you guys, so basically my shift is just about ending, and I've been all over the place today. I feel like I recorded a good amount of things for you guys, and I will be doing a little bit more of these day in the life videos. I'll probably make another one the day after I get back from St. Thomas. I do also plan to make a vlog for going to St. Thomas and kind of just talk you guys through a lot of different things as far as traveling during COVID as a nurse, what I gotta go through, if I have to do anything strenuous or whatever. So yeah, with that being said, I'm probably gonna end this here, but ultimately it has been a really good day, and you know, the struggle ain't been so real. It's not as bad as working on a weekday, which, like I said, I'm normally working on a weekday because yeah, my schedule don't really allow me to do anything on the weekend but have time with my child. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If it's anything that I did not get to show you guys, please let me know. I'll try my best to fit it in the next video. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys at a later date. Bye.